Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 88 of Ranwin Parked, recorded in front of a live studio audience, maybe. This is the show where we find car ads from around the internet. We being myself, Cone Dodger, Kurt J. Mack, and ZK. Hi, hello.
Hi.
Hello, internet.
Hello, the internet. How do you do? That's how people talk, right?
That is how we. This is so weird.
Is
This
it?
new live streaming thing.
Kurt, we do
never...
this for a living, and we have done this for a living for 10 years.
Don't remind me.
Yeah. Yeah. So, other than that, by the way, we're recording this live not because, like, that's how it's going to be from now on. If you don't know,
Unless it goes very well.
True.
Remember,
True.
$5 super chats or more. I will talk over Cone and read those out loud.
You talk over me anyway. If there's any misconceptions out there, things are happening imminently, according to Kurt, and those things have me all over the place right now. So we're kind of just doing the best we can. So live it is. We're just gonna have to do it live. Nothing else is going on, right, Kurt?
Nothing else at all. Yesterday was not at all a crazy day for me.
Good. Glad to hear it. ZK,
Yep.
how about you?
Just still putting together that SC400 still.
Yeah, that has taken some time.
Well, mostly Brent has been coming over like a couple times a week and putting a couple hours in.
Right.
So I haven't had time personally to work on it.
It'll
very
be a
much,
whole new old car.
yeah. So far, 3.5 of the shocks are completely blown.
Never mind. I don't. I was gonna ask something, and I retract that statement. No, but for real. Kurt,
Ooh, me? What? Oh, hi.
what have you done?
What have I done? Kurt, what have you done? I made another mistake.
Oh, you're
Where's
you're really getting up there on the scoreboard now, Kurt.
I am. I very much am. I don't know how I don't know how we rolled this in, but it was also my first pick, so maybe we'll see it twice. I also
see.
realized that in the year 2020 that we never speak of, it was October 3rd that I bought the 280Z. So there's something about the season. I don't know what it is,
All right.
but I've made a mistake.
All right, let's see it.
Am I clicking?
No, I clicked for you, but you can click from here.
Yep, there I go. Meow.
I had to use
stole
that
a
as the
truck.
first image. There's so much to unpack here.
Very much to unpack here. It's a mystery. What could it be?
Oh, 32 miles a gallon. That's pretty good.
That's not the part that I noticed. The part that I noticed is it's 9:23 p.m.
Oh yes, that's also tracks with the Datsun purchase and the Hearst purchase. It's the thing that the girlfriend and I do now. We've
Yeah,
decided.
you always have to buy a random sketchy car in the dark. It's the only way to do it.
Oh my. Well, yes. Yesterday was a day. Not only did people come over to install windows in our room, in one of the rooms of our place, and the girlfriend was at school all day. A car was posted on Craigslist less than an hour ago for a very good price that I was very interested in. So I had to deal with window people. And then I had to like schedule looking at the truck. I did look at it in the daytime first, but then I would have had no way to purchase the truck and then also have my car. So I'm like, I'll get back to you tonight, because I had to wait for the girlfriend to get home, which she did at a little bit after 8 p.m. and then drive back out there, buy the car from the guy, and then bring it back. And as you can see, the Subaru XV Crosstrek gets a glorious 32.1 miles per gallon. she was trying to take a picture of me, obviously, as we drove out of the place. But I was too fast.
So fast.
But what it is, instead of a blur on the corner of the street, is a 1993 Nissan hardbody pickup truck. 4x4, V6, extended cab, 150,000 miles on it.
Hot dang.
Indeed.
It's a looker.
It is a looker. It has no clear coat anymore.
It's
You don't
It
need
does.
It's so much nostalgia for me because so many of my 240s have had this same exact clear coat pattern. It's like, I remember those days. They're current, but I remember them too.
Yes, the same thing. So yeah, I saw this posted. It was kind of sparse. You'll see the ad later, but it was kind of sparse in the pictures and the details.
All I
yeah, I've
see
had-
is SE V6 wide body and BFAs on there. So or
And
BFG.
the swoopy graphics. You got to have the swoopy graphics.
Yeah, like regardless of everything else, that's a good truck.
True, it was
King
exactly what I was looking for. I could have done without the sunroof. We'll see how that goes. But yeah,
Just
manual.
window weld
I've-
it shut.
Yeah. So yeah, this is now in the driveway, and it was a very good price. I don't think I'm going to say the price today.
The
just because it
recently extended driveway.
Yeah, I was going to say, wasn't there a deck there not too long ago?
Yeah, no, that's where the Subaru is now. Is where previously there was a deck. Yeah, that's I was telling these two that I'm actually, because I literally that was 9:30 p.m. last night, so I'm deep within the valley of buyer's remorse right now. So I'm not gonna try to focus on all like the negative things I found out today. I mean, the guy was pretty honest and upfront with everything. The handbrake, the parking brake doesn't work. The cable's snapped. So I'm
I think
trying
if you go to
find
the
a-
next picture, there's a clear indication of that. That's a Ranwin Park trope. Yep.
Ah, yes, the cinder block behind the wheels.
But
Um,
like the clear coat is gone, but at least this side of it, there's no dents. Like it's a straight body.
It's a very straight body. There's no dents. There's no rust anywhere on the
Almost
frame or
all
the
of these I
body.
see at least one bumper is all pushed in.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
It-
there's a little tiny dimple on the bumper there, I think. But
Yeah, there's a couple dimples and things like that. But there is, one of the things I did find is the right front corner definitely had a fender bender at one point because the like where the headlight and turn signal screws in is all kind of been kind of beat back out to where it approximately should be.
Mhm.
So like that sort of thing I noticed is like, oh, the turn signal's kind of being held on by tape.
well, that's just how they came from the factory.
right.
It's a Nissan.
So yeah, it's little stuff like that. He thinks it might be leaking from the windshield a little bit because the top gasket is all bubbled up and kind of like weird. I might just have
Hey, we
the
said not the negatives. Let's
not the
move on.
negatives. Positives. Like aside from the price, driving it's easier to drive than the 280.
Oh yeah.
Like it shifts super smooth.
It's a 5-speed, right?
It's a 5-speed. Like super. Like the girlfriend has been wanting to get back into driving a manual, and I took her out a couple times in the 280, and then this one I'm like, this will be much easier.
That's the car. Like I've driven quite a few of these 4-cylinder and 6-cylinder. For whatever reason, I think it's because the throw is so long. Like the transmission is kind of the same as the 240s, but the throw is like 10 times longer. That makes it so much easier to deal with. Like you don't have to hunt for gears. You just kind of like, you move it 1 foot to the left and you put it 1 foot forward and it's first. And
Right.
and the clutch is like, yes, I breathed on this and it went to the floor, and then it just, they just kind of go. They don't fight you.
Right, exactly. So yeah, that really impressed me when I took it on a test drive. It does have these big chunky BF Goodrich tires on it. It ran fine on the highway, driving 65 last night on the way home.
Is
Really,
that indicated 65?
Right, yeah.
I wasn't indicated, and also Google Maps
Okay.
satellite
yeah.
indicated 65. Yeah, the speedometer is a little bit off. Um,
Oh, it's got mud flaps in the front. They're so good.
yeah, it's got the mud flaps in the back with the 4X4 and like the sharp teeth on the bottom. So yeah,
All right, I want
I
to.
don't.
Oh yeah, it's your first ad, right?
It is my first ad.
Okay. Well, I'm excited to get there.
Yeah,
'cause
I
I
didn't
want to
even.
see
These are
like
the
more of
pictures
it.
I've had right now. I
Right.
didn't have time to like do a full sweep of it, really. But yeah,
Well, I've never been like hugely ecstatic about hard body trucks, but I've come around to them as of late. They're still not my favorite design. The nose is still like super weird to me. How the hood's just like, "Mer," and there's a grill. Um, but it is just like the most quintessential basic truck you can get. Like that's it's so good in that it is so basic.
I think the front's a little awkward on these with like the chrome grille versus like the earlier matched like the square front of it a little
Right.
bit better. But the later models have like the better drivetrain and everything else. So
Okay.
yeah. I mean, yeah. Again, I haven't. I don't have all the details just yet.
Right.
But yeah. I mean, everything.
it's got wide body. That's all you need.
The cutest little wide body.
It's a small truck for nowadays, but it's still a pretty big truck. It takes up that whole space
Oh yeah,
in
how
the
do you
driveway
fit
there.
in it?
I fit great.
Oh yeah, I imagine you
with
fit
the
just
seat
fine.
all the way back.
I always
Yeah,
feel
it's
tiny
very
in these
comfortable.
things.
It's a very obviously like sitting upright position,
Right.
even more so than the Subaru.
Well, you should try the ramp truck. If you want to talk about something that's gonna change your posture for the rest of your life, take a seat in the ramp truck. All right. Well, what did you do? Me
Oh
and
my.
ZK are like, this is great, this is fantastic, and I can tell Kurt is in this phase that you've been in literally every time you've bought something, of like, oh no, what have I done? And now we have to be
Yes.
like, no, you did something great.
Mistakes are good. I'm just right now in the place of like the parking arrangement annoyances of moving cars and now
Well, it's a 4x4. You just go over the top of the other cars. That's
Right.
fine. That's how it works.
Sticker and 4 low. Do these have 4 low? I think these have 4 low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they do have 4 low.
There you go. All right.
Just don't put it in 4 low on the highway. You know
No.
about all that, right?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know that I will honestly ever get in a situation that requires 4 low.
I mean,
don't put it in 4
it's
wheel
there.
drive on the pavement.
You will, because we'll make you. Now it's time for some things that haven't been purchased by people, or have they? It's been a weird week for me. Like I'm in a weird place right now. Okay. things are going strange in my life, and all of my ads are going to reflect that. Okay. I just need to preface. This is a 2000 Chevrolet Corvette. No, it's not. But it is a kit car. Got it on a trade-in. Runs great. No time for projects like this. Can drive home. Not recommend. Okay.
Is it a Corvette?
I don't think it's a Corvette. But we're going to
Those
do
are
a
like
little...
Corvette wheels, aren't they?
We're going to do a little decoding here. Because I think I know, but it doesn't say.
The scale is very odd.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that viral picture of like the very fat Thunderbird car that has like that
Yeah.
bloated, like it's been stung by a million bees.
Okay. So, does this help you? Because I'm pretty sure that's an S10 interior.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a GM truck.
So when you go back and you look at the windshield, I'm pretty sure that's an S10 windshield. Like, pretty sure.
But that means this thing is still bigger than it looks in this picture, which
Well,
doesn't. It's not a good
here's some
thing.
humans for scale. And I gotta say, from the back, pretty convincing Wingadinga
From
car.
like this angle, it looks almost like a Figaro, like that kind of
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
Wingadinga, but like new. It is a good color.
Here's more interior.
Do we have to?
So it's certainly General Motors. Like, no
Yeah.
question, it's General Motors. Looking at the gauge pod, the gauge cluster, and everything.
Oh yeah, the headlight, little thumb
Thunks,
tabs,
yeah.
whatever those are. Yeah, my
Sure.
dad's truck had those.
Thunks, I would call them. Here's your trunk? Question mark?
Okay.
What's that thing on the left?
It's the gas filler. It's spun
Oh.
around to inside. I know. Everything is so confusing here. Here's your engine bay. So it's, longitudinal and looks like a General Motors V6. So again, you would think S10. Sadly, that's all the pictures that they had. And I'm just left in such awe and not the good kind. I don't
Is it
know.
supposed to have a front bumper or those little feeler things? I don't know
think
what's
that's
going on.
like that, the cute little it's a look. I think that's an intentional look, like the hangers poking out.
Well,
look.
it's dumb.
Okay.
The dumb look.
I wish the pictures had some resolution so that we could see how many lugs although I think S10s are even 5 lug, they're not 6.
Yeah, I think they are 5.
I'm just kind of side-eyeing to see if anybody in chat has any more information and I don't know, but it is definitely something 80s 90s GM.
Yeah, I mean, I just Googled S10 kit car, and they're all the Wingadinga trucks. There is one
Right.
that resembles a Shelby Cobra, which this kind of does, but not really.
On the right drugs,
don't-
maybe.
Why does everyone use an S10? Is it only because they're cheap? Like, I don't.
The only other car
Stop it.
I could think of was like a Beretta. But I've never really seen the interior of one of
No.
those.
No, this is definitely a truck.
Okay. It's not a gun. Got it. All right. So there's your first trip down whatever trip I'm going through. All right. So here we go, Kurt.
Here we go.
Here we go.
All right. This is what won me over. If you want to know what it takes.
This is what gets Kurt to swipe right.
The 1993 Nissan D21 hardbody. They got all the keywords in there. It alerted my Craigslist alerts. 500 miles ago, rear brakes. 2,000 miles ago, water pump, timing belt, front brakes. 3,000 tires, wheels, Rancho shocks,
Heck yeah.
which he said were good. I'm like, yes.
Sure.
They're. Yeah, whatever.
I assume they're just the upgrade.
AutoZone upgraded ones.
Yeah, the auto.
Yeah, they're like the cheapest, quote unquote, off-road shock, which they don't have a great reputation, but they're probably fine.
Yeah, everything works as it should. Sunroof?
Most notably, all new fuel injectors, and me and ZK are both going to say that's a good thing. Yeah. This era of Nissan and fuel injectors is a nightmare because nothing else really fails on these. Especially if you do timing belts on them, they're pretty good. But when the timing or when the fuel injectors fail, and they do, it's real bad news.
Because this is the single cam
V6.
But the
VG33? VG...
30.
VE30 or 33? One of those.
But those had the same top fuel or top
Yeah,
or
exact-
side feed injector.
Same
as
exact.
everything else.
Injectors, yeah.
Wonder if those are. Wonder what size they are.
I gotta say, your pictures make this look so much better than the ad picture.
Right, the ad was very sparse,
Yeah.
just for even getting my attention.
I
The
think
price
the
got my
Roadmaster
attention.
was basically only one picture. I was like, I need it.
I need to drive across the country with this.
Oh, it's actually really nice inside.
Yeah, it is very nice. He's got seat covers on it, but underneath the seat covers, the seats are unripped and
Right?
totally fine.
Wait, are those the seat covers or was that?
No, those
These
are the
are the
actual
seats.
seats.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's got just cheapo seat covers over it. Yeah, there's quirks and features
Mm-hmm.
um, that are yet to be discovered.
Does it actually have a tach?
It has a tach.
Yeah, this is
Oh, okay.
this
I
because
guess
this
it's
is
an SE.
this is an SE V6. This is the most hard body you could buy.
Yeah.
Power windows, power locks.
Speakers, passenger side mirror. These are all options.
He said, although he did say that there aren't actually speakers in the doors.
Oh,
Oh well.
Although maybe they just don't work. I haven't investigated
Probably.
that. There are speakers in the rear, but
oh, look at this little sunroof. It's cute.
Is it possible to ban people? Anyway.
It's that's a factory
it's a-
sunroof, by the way. That's not an aftermarket sunroof.
mm,
So that's why ZK
that
was
like
like,
a-
seal it up. I'm like, no, that sunroof is fine. Like, this is the same exact sunroof that's in the 240s. They don't leak. Like, they never leak.
Does it have like a sun cover that is sort of falling off?
I had
it,
one of
it
those.
does.
Yeah.
Yes. The one of the tabs on the right side
Aw.
that it goes into is broken.
I wonder.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is exactly the same sunroof as the 240. If so, I have a few.
A few of those tabs, yeah, I might need one.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise, yeah, it's got the cool windows. It does have that big. If I could show on the previous one, he had somebody build a. What did he call it?
A headache
The
rack?
Headache rack, yeah, in the back, which is nice because apparently with a credit card you can just open those sliding
Yeah.
windows in the back.
Yeah.
They just clip in.
Allegedly, kids. don't-
Allegedly, we've never tried or heard or done any of those
Nobody
things.
would ever do that. Speaking of that, y'all
I
heard
like
about this
it.
Kia thing?
I think you're actually affected, aren't you? Well, let's not talk about it. Headache racks are like nice and useful, but they're not always the best thing aesthetically. In
Oh,
my
this one's
opinion.
ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's pretty ugly, and it makes a bunch of wind noise in the highway because it's got those like two little antenna that stick up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll figure something out with that. It just bolted in. It's not like
Yeah, that's good.
welded or anything like that.
Nice.
Nice. Does it come with
Indeed.
the goggles?
It did not. I did not find goggles.
They don't
I
do
found
anything anyway.
7 cents under the handbrake cover and a bunch of bubblegum wrappers. He did include he found a Subaru beer cozy.
Good.
So he threw that in with the deal. And also, I do have to mention, the girlfriend, once again, is who you want to be your financial assistant because she got him to knock another $200 off.
She beat them up
Nice.
and like.
Yes.
Went over and kicked one of the fenders. Like, look at this dent.
Which she did similar things with the for the hearse. Trying to think of what else.
Man, there's-
But yes, she's without like she has a skill that I don't.
So there's like
and that's to be like
Intimidation.
there's some guy
Not
around me
intimidation,
that's got a
friendliness.
Saab 9.5 wagon that's like really, really bad. Like it's very, very much so in need of repair, and he still wants like $1,200 for it. But if it went down to like $500, I would go buy it. And I'm just saying, like, how much is a plane ticket? Because I just don't want to talk to people. Like I
Okay,
just don't
so
want to have the
1,200
conversation.
Did you say $1,200?
Yeah.
To 500, so that's what, $700 savings?
Okay, so
if you pay $300 for a ticket, you're still in the positive there.
true, true.
Financial advice from Ranwan Parks. Don't listen to us.
No. Like it doesn't look as bad from the back, but I do wish it didn't like poke up so far.
Yeah, no, it's not great.
Bring it on down, and I'll weld it up.
Factory Nissan bed liner.
Yes, factory bedliner. It's got those little retractable tow hook things, which I didn't even know were a thing.
I don't know what you
They
got remorse
retract.
about, man. I don't even like these things, and I want it.
I'll tell you what, I got to give you a deal. I didn't sign the title yet.
That's illegal, Kurt.
Mm.
Up to
Oh,
you.
there we go.
also
It's been
are not
updated.
legal
Sold.
advice.
Sold. About 13 hours ago. Posted a day ago. So you got it in less than 12 hours, basically.
Yes. As is the Rhineland Park way.
It is the way. It is the way. Well, we think you did good, but I'm sure
Yeah.
we'll find out more in the future.
Okay, I already forgot what I got.
Not much.
Next. Did I click?
You did.
Oh, okay, so this is a Randwind Parked.
Oh.
A 2013 smart car. Condition, used good. It ran when parked. I think this is a poem. It ran when parked. Looking to get rid of it. Could be a tune-up or fuel pump. Great gas sucker. Make offer. Best offer takes it. If post is still up, yes, it's available. Thanks.
Less of a poem and more of like a ditty. Like...
Yeah, that's the chorus and the verse.
Best offer takes it. Make offer.
This has nothing to do with your ad, and I'm sorry. Although, pretty much, you've already covered the best part of this ad, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So, Renault makes smarts now?
I didn't know that until Discord.
Yeah, they were just talking about this on Discord. Like, I had no idea that Smart was not a Mercedes brand anymore. This is baffling to me. And the way that we found out is because they're 4-lug instead of 3-lug. Which is a true testament to how freaking nerdy we are. Yep, that's a smart car.
Yeah, that's pretty much the whole ad.
I mean, you covered it. You did it.
Thanks.
Applause. And move on.
If it is just a fuel pump, I don't know how much they want. They said just make an offer.
From what I've heard,
$100 and a fuel pump.
that's
Heard they're great on gas.
from what I've heard, that's probably, a fuel pump is probably many days worth of work. All right, let's see where this week's wild ride takes us next. All right. So you remember that thing I was just talking about, Saab 95s? Might have some searches set. Don't worry about it. And sometimes people post things that aren't the car they say they are just because there was no proper listing. And this one that came up under the 95 search has 12 Peugeot 504 and 505 sedans and wagons. Both gas and diesel, automatic and 5-speed. Lots of extra parts and titles. Why? Why does somebody in Rock Hill, South Carolina have 12 Peugeots?
Because when one breaks, it's cheaper to buy a parts car, and then they break, and then you buy a parts car, and then it breaks, and then you buy a parts car.
I know we've had these on previously, and I
They look
previously
okay, like,
didn't
in good
love
shape.
them. And now all of a sudden I'm like, that's kind of cool. Especially these ones where it has the sealed beam headlight integrated into the European spec headlight. That's pretty fantastic. That's some quality
Awful,
engineering.
but
So here they are. Here's a wagon. Here's another one.
Oh,
Here's a line of them. Some wagons, some sedans. Here's one that, has a little foliage. Another wagon. Here's another wagon. Like, they're just all
is this
over.
person okay?
They're just all over this person's property. just how did we get here? One of them has the good headlights.
Yeah, I saw. They're just filled with.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everything.
he's got
I've
plenty
never
of
seen-
blinker fluid.
I didn't realize that the seal beam. I thought the seal beams were still like behind
No.
plastic.
No.
But
They're
this
integrated into
picture
the
makes
housing.
It shows that it's just like
Yeah, that was the stupid law of the what was it? Is it early 90s or late 80s or something where cars had to have sealed beams, or there was some
I think it
huge
was. I don't know the exact
something
history, but it was like. It
if
was
you wanted some federalized headlights, it was
right.
like a million hoops or something.
So they made one style of headlight, and we're like, cool, just put this on everything you make, right? That'll be fine. And then, Peugeot's like, let's sell some cars in America. And they went, okay, here's your headlight.
Here's your standardized headlight. Good luck.
But
The
it
plus
is,
size, they're cheap.
yeah, it's still amazing because, like, the 240 obviously has those. You can still walk into an AutoZone and there's like 6 different selections of these square steel beams there. And it's like, this is never going to change, is it? So, yeah, there's another step with illusion. I don't think, like, I've been all about manual wagons lately. I don't think this is exactly what I'm looking for, unfortunately. Maybe not
The
12.
pile of leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. This
No.
is just like a weird nightmare.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of,
Speaking of weird nightmares,
oh no,
I don't remember my nightmares. Oh yeah, I could have.
me either, Kurt.
My friends, I could have instead gotten a Clint Eastwood movie truck, autographed, one of a kind, for only a little bit more than I paid for the Nissan.
I was gonna say, for the same price.
You'd have to move a few decimal places. But this classic truck, listed as a 1972 Ford Mustang for some reason,
Okay.
is the actual truck driven by Clint Eastwood in the award-winning movie The Mule, acted in and directed by him, Clint Eastwood. It runs great. The body on the truck is extremely straight, and the rust is movie patina. Movie patina. It's painted on for the movie. The truck is not rusty.
Okay.
How about that, Powers?
I will say,
Hollywood rust.
I appreciate the authenticity there. Like, they even rusted up the parts that do rust on these. It does make me question, though, why they didn't just get one of the 500,000 rusty ones.
And it wouldn't
Movie
be safe.
industry is weird.
What, $58,000?
Certificate of authenticity is included. Reasonable
And it's
offer,
missing the
except-
hubcap. But
I'm
it's
sure
probably
that's-
movie accurate.
That's probably part of the look.
Mm-hmm. There it is. It looks really dusty.
Yeah.
But that's movie dust.
It's got AC.
There's
Oh yeah, Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, that's clearly Clint Eastwood.
Huh. Okay.
Movie stickers.
Sport custom.
2003. What year did the movie take place in?
I think
Anyway.
I personally have not.
I've not
Witnessed
seen the
this
Mule
film.
either. I don't.
Has anybody witnessed this film?
The Mule, starring and directed by Clint Eastwood.
So they did a really good job at making it look like a crappy '72 Ford pickup.
Right. I question whether or not they did a really good job or they just found one because
But it's all fake rust, including the fake hole in the grill.
It's visual effects.
I think
screen.
this might just be an old Ford truck. I mean, yeah, obviously
it's
you can see it's
signed.
been airbrushed. Like you can tell some of this is like airbrushed on, but Alabama drag
Oh,
strip.
the little box or the like toolbox on the side is cool.
Yeah, it's camper special.
It's a camper special.
That's real rust. They lied.
Yeah, there's some real
That looks
rust on
painted
here.
on.
Yeah,
That is painted.
some of this is painted for sure.
2018 movie. Oh, and it occurs in 2005. Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. Let me
It's so
let me
dirty, though.
decipher here. It's not an FE.
351.
Might be a 302 or a 351.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Sorry.
I have
Which
nothing to add.
which is
Hey,
weird because if it
so-
was like a 2018 movie, normally they just put LSs in all the movie cars just to be reliable.
So that's what this looks like without a bullet hole in it. Huh. Do you remember that, ZK?
Was it a bullet hole or
It's
was it like
probably
where
not-
a tow hook?
Yeah, I
But
think
yes,
it
it
was a tow
was
hook,
both.
but it seriously looks like, right in this cross member here, it looks like mine got shot.
Someone did replace all the bushings and everything on this though.
Yeah,
Like, it still has
all the
bump stops.
The bump stops are new. There's bump stops there? Mine doesn't have bump stops there. Is there supposed
You
to
should
be?
get some bumps.
This is a life-changing event that's just happened. Oh,
Thanks,
there he
Clint
is.
Eastwood.
There he is.
Looking happy about his purchase of his truck.
This is just Kurt.
Kurt, in 10 to 15 years.
I stole your straw hat.
How dare.
I think I actually own that hat.
This one too?
Oh,
No,
there I am
need
about
that.
to buy a Nissan at 9:30 at night.
Oh, so that's how the radio's supposed to be. Huh. Okay.
Oh, did I move
I
too
always
fast?
I always wondered. No,
All
that's
these
fine.
pictures, by the way, were included in the ad. I didn't
Oh,
find
okay.
these later.
Gotcha. The
Needed a
mule.
proof.
Is the truck the mule? Is that spoiler?
I think the truck is a character in the film.
Okay.
Yes. I
Ah.
assume by the mule, an old man, inadvertently becomes a drug-running mule or something,
Gotcha. Okay.
and has to struggle with his
Oh, that's why the
internal
ca-
demons.
That's why the camper special. So you got those toolboxes at the bottom to,
Mm,
you know,
mhm.
smuggle. Speaking of smuggling,
think it-
CK, what you got?
I think this is what it. Anyway, I'll wait for a few seconds for it to load. Yeah. So I've been looking in other places for ads that we might not be so familiar with as our standard Craigslist and Marketplace, and occasionally bring a trailer. This is from Nextdoor, which is an awful site, and no one should ever use it. However, they do have a classified section, and this is a 1985 Celica Supra for $5,000. Interested or know of anyone that would be interested in a 85 Celica Supra? Runs, pop-up, headlights, lights, functional, original, rims, only one owner.
Yeah, I don't know if we know anyone. I don't know if we know of anyone.
Why did you do this to me?
So, yeah, here's a Toyota Celica Supra, which is a third gen? I forget how the gens work. Second gen. And it looks very familiar as to a Supra that we've seen in the past. And honestly, it's not in the worst shape.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes there's deals to be had in other places. I also looked at OfferUp, which is also an awful website, and you should never use it for
Oh yeah,
cars.
those are both just terrible.
But 237,000 miles.
Almost broken in. It's got the
Apparently one owner.
Oh, this is an 85? I didn't. I was too upset to look.
Yeah, 85.
Ugh, 85's the good year too.
Look at it. Look at all the rust around the windshield. It's your favorite.
It's got the moonroof. It's got the big fenders.
It's got the correct wheels.
Still has the Supra badge. It's got the good
Great
spoiler.
Super. Yep. Mm-hmm. It's complete.
Seats are actually
Seats
still
are-
better than the ones that ours had.
I have like a 2-second delay. It's got a spare tire with like the OEM wheel lock in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably a
So did
tire
ours.
from the 80s.
CKY.
Sorry. It's
It's actually,
so
I think it's a good price. I think that's a good buy.
$5,000, yeah. And
I'm
they
sad that
said
that's a
one
good buy,
owner-
considering we pulled his out of the woods for what was it, $1,800 or something like
There we
that.
go.
Granted, we
that's the best
probably
picture of the
put
car.
like $3,000 or $4,000 into it, or I at least put $3,000 or $4,000 into it. But it's
This one's probably a better starting point.
oh, absolutely. Like from this angle, I can already tell there's a rear quarter panel. So I'm gonna say this is better. I love it so much. Honestly, I'm not even kidding. If Slag said tomorrow, "Hey, I've changed my mind. You can come buy it. I would sell the TT and go buy it back. That's how much I liked that car.
Well, good thing the title is still held hostage by Ford.
Yes. Hey, you skipped to my ad.
Oh, sorry, I clicked one too many times. There's a delay. It's like 3 seconds. It's more than
It's been 2 minutes. It's been 3 seconds. Pick it. All right. So the delusion slides even further. Again, been looking for 9.5s. Did you know that Passat wagons were kind of a thing for a while here? Apparently, they're pretty lit. I've been told that driving a Passat wagon is actually fire. So this is a 99 GLS wagon 1.8T, which I was like, oh god, it's a Volkswagen 1.8T. I didn't realize they were this kind of one. Just punch the microphone. This kind of 1.8T with the engine going longitudinal. Did not know that. So it's like basically Audi spec. I had no idea.
Yeah, but didn't they make a version of this with the VR6 though?
They did. No.
Okay, so
No,
then
no,
you
no,
don't
no,
have to
not
get
not
this
this exactly. No, there's never been a longitudinal VR6. As far as
Not
I
a
know.
longitudinal, but it was a
No.
VR6 Passat, is what I meant.
Right, but not this car. This is a different car entirely, basically.
Okay, but
Um,
it's got the wheels you like.
I do like these wheels. I actually really like this car overall. Aside from this part of it, I really do actually like this car. I don't think I would drive anything this slammed anymore because my spine is already compressed. But it is actually a pretty cool car for the right person. It's not necessarily
It
for
looks
me.
like it caught on fire in their driveway or something.
It did.
Like-
I think what we're seeing here is the subwoofers. I bet you there's a amplifier over there. I bet you they ground that thing to the body over there. It shorted. They were thumping in the driveway and combusto.
Yeah, because I don't think it's has a gas leak. Yeah, exhaust backfired, and here we are.
I disagree, but
I don't disagree that the fuel tank was leaking, but anyway.
I guess not, but I think the likely story is more to do with the stereo system than the exhaust.
But
But
look,
you know,
the subs are still in good shape.
it is a 1.8T, so they are known to be a little gassy. Mostly it was just a funny hand. It's just funny. Burnedwin driveway.
It looks like they actually put it out fairly quick,
Yeah.
but it's still probably completely ruined.
Oh, well, for sure. There's a lot of unmelting to do there.
All right. What I brought to you in my final find of the day. How about a 1980 Rover 3500 parentheses SD1 for $6,800? A 5-door, 3.5 liter aluminum V8, 5-speed, Midas gold mechanic, tan brown cloth interior, 50,000 miles, all this stuff. Just apparently not interesting enough to finish for this person, so they want to get rid of it. They have all this list of new components, but as you can see, that doesn't mean all these components are
They're not
currently
on it.
installed. Yes. It didn't say if it. I don't remember if it said if it ran or drove. It was too long of an ad, but you don't see any of these around here.
I don't know that I've seen
why.
one. It's cool. I like it.
Brown on brown with a manual V8.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm
I
interested.
wish it had like Eurospec headlights.
No, I dig these. This is actually like I might have to call out the automation developers right now because I'm pretty sure that exact fixture is in automation. Oh, I like the back too.
It's got.
Alright, not
I did
bad.
like the shape.
It's a hatchbacky thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, four-door hatchbacky, fastbacky.
I
Whatever
am
thing.
looking for a manual wagon with, good space. I'm just saying. So
Wait,
this is
where's but the engine's here.
this is yeah.
All new parts.
Gosh,
It does look brand new.
that is super nice. So it's the
So what are we looking at? It's it is fuel injected.
It's the fuel injected version of the Rover V8. Like I think this is like the last finest iteration of it. It has those
And this
crazy
is what-
injectors that are like the hose clamp style ones, but
Yeah, but this is just standard Bosch injection, isn't it?
I'm
Like
fairly
nothing
certain.
special.
There is one thing that makes me a little leery about this. I don't know if you spotted it. Maybe you don't have enough pixels, but there's two components on this engine that have a brand on them.
Is it Lucas?
It's Lucas.
I can't see it, but I just know it's there.
So it's not a Bosch injection, it's a Lucas injection.
Well, it could be Lucas parts for a Bosch injection. They
I don't
do
think
weird
so.
well, just put a mega squirt on it.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
I do like there's in the lower right a piece
It's a
of
good
tape
looking engine.
with a question mark on it.
Oh yeah,
Who knows what this thing is for?
there's one somewhere. Yeah, I just saw a jet. Yeah, this is essentially a Buick V8 that was then licensed, I believe, to Rover, and then this ended up in so many things, including those super cool like TR8s.
Yeah, so I don't think like parts are necessarily difficult for this thing.
No. Oh, the
And this is all
interior's super
literally
cool
brand new.
too. Why
That
am I
is a design.
Why am I so mad about this?
That is and design.
It's so
It might-
weird.
What year was this?
80.
This looks like it's like 72.
Yeah.
It's weird because it's got like a driver's side glove box,
Uh-huh.
which seems unergonomical.
And then
No.
a passenger side
So,
desk.
if we were doing an episode title, it's unergonomical.
We can still change the title later. It's fine.
You gotta change it every day, right? Isn't that the trick?
Uh-huh.
Huh.
So, I didn't like this at first, but I'm coming around to it.
Look at this. Look at the legroom. The bolstering's a bit odd, but look at the
Look at the
legroom.
shag.
Look at the shag. Look at the. Look at
The leather backing on the seats. that are
almost
cloth.
door cards. Look at these buttons for the up and down of the window.
The ashtrays for your children in the back.
Can you believe this thing ever drove 50,000 miles? That's impressive.
Well, it was time for a complete teardown and rebuild, apparently.
Pretty sure that's a T5. Yep. Rover. It's so cool.
See, I like those headlights.
Yeah,
so
I
much
knew you were
better.
going to say that, but you're wrong.
Incorrect.
Hammer tone in fender paint, or is it just textured from something?
Yeah, I think it's hammer finish.
Proud.
This is all like really well marked and whatnot.
Yeah, this is like.
Oh
you never
my god,
pick up someone's
no, I'm
project,
out.
But this
See,
is...
no.
Oh no, this is easy.
No.
Just because they had them laminated doesn't mean they need them a lot.
I'm
No, so,
done.
like, looking at the Ford part or like wiring diagrams, this is better.
Nope.
Just replace it all with a mega squirt. Will be fine.
Yeah, all the interior wiring too.
yeah.
Oh boy.
That's a good look.
Yeah, I love it.
Needs other headlights and maybe a Euro bumper. And the
I like
way
the safety bumpers too. I'm sick. I'm not.
the way
well.
the brakes are give me a fright, but
This
this is
is-
real neat.
It's really neat.
Those wheels are good.
This is a completed one.
Wheels. Oh yeah, this I don't remember if he had this or I added this just to see what one looks like with wheels on it. Yeah.
Mud flaps.
Sorry, I just happened to look over to see one Camino 60 say, "Run!"
I thought you did ultra low lead. Anyway,
Slow as it gets, bud.
YouTube. I'm trying to remember.
I mean, you could just look.
I mean, yeah, but it takes a second.
He wants a funny.
Then you see it before I do, and it's just a Mazda Miata Turbo.
Okay.
That's all it is.
That's all it is.
No, it's a track car. They win a lot of money for it, like almost $18,000, which is way too much. But
You could buy like a legit spec Miata for that.
yeah, but it's turbocharged. They did a 6-speed swap instead of the weak 5-speed. It's got a bunch of aero on it. I posted 34 minutes ago. I just found it and thought it was kind of neat because, yes, it's a track car, but it's got a huge wing.
It does have a huge wang. I assume this is set up for time trial stuff, right?
Yeah, that's what this looks like to me. And it looks like a pretty tidy setup.
Mm-hmm. That's what I need to do with my
Okay.
airbox. That's one of the things on my to-do list is do a little
Oh
shroud
yeah,
like
that's
that.
probably worth doing, or use an OEM styled airbox that isn't a hot air intake.
Yeah, but then I won't hear.
But it's got a full interior. It's not a stripped out race car.
Yeah, no cage.
There's a roll bar, I think,
Ooh.
but it's not a full cage.
Okay.
This is how a lot of like low spec time trial stuff is.
Yeah, but this thing's probably fast as shit.
Yeah. If it's any a gauge of anything, I immediately sent this to my brother.
Mm. Did he buy
It's
it?
like he hasn't responded,
No.
but
It's not a Corvette.
he might send it to someone who knows or who might want it. But it's also got the hardtop. I don't know. I just thought it was neat because I was searching.
It's a nice build.
Craigslist.
It's a nice
Yeah.
build. I mean, it's probably got that kind of money in it. It's just a matter of,
I mean,
you never get your money
yeah.
back on a race car build.
Exactly. Like 10 grand, this would be probably worth it.
Right. Okay.
Best friend of the week.
Best friend of the week.
That's my favorite segment.
It's Max. All right, it's time to review last episode's best find of the week, where Kurt had a boat, I had a bug, and
And
ZK
ZK got fired.
got fired. ZK had the rolling music store, which caught some ire in the comments of actual musicians thinking about all of the stuff in this mobile music store.
I'm sure
bashing
they pack it
around.
away before they move locations, or it's probably just like in the parking lot and doesn't move ever. Anyway,
Maybe, but still.
this episode, or yeah, I'm trying to think of like the Top Gear intro, like Kurt with a boat, Cone with a house, ZK with a music store.
Yeah, it is very like that. The people say it's the boat.
Good.
Kurt, 55 votes. The Bug House wannabe got 38 votes, and not ZK still somehow got 23 votes, even though
You 23 people are sick.
I distinctly said do not vote for ZK. They did not
You should have
listen.
just not put me on the voting like option. Like that would have been fine. You should have done that.
All right, for this week's best find, I bring to you one that Camino sent in. Camino's really
That's
good
cheating.
at finding the best find of the week, I gotta tell you. He's basically taken over that role. This one's a little off the rails, I'm gonna warn you. Correction, this one is very on the rails. It is a 2012, apparently, Fairmont MT14. Brand new car, built from the ground up in 2012 by Chris Helmer in Roanoke, Virginia. He spared no expense. Apparently some kind of rail enthusiast.
What happened to Chris? Chris, like what?
He built
Anyway,
it or
anyway.
bought every part for it. Yeah, that's generally how that works. You either build it or you buy it, unless you just found it. It's been on 4 excursions since built. It's still like new. My last excursion was in March. He put 14,000 into it. brand new frame, turntable, suspension, engine, battery maintainer, transmission, wiring, fuel tank, radio, seats, lighting, clutch, brakes, wheels, you name it. It's new. It rides great. I'm told
It's new. It's only 10 years old.
ride as smooth as you'll ever find. So I was like super confused about this because like, what are you going to do with this?
I'm still very confused.
Did you know that there's people that are abandoned railway enthusiasts? Because I didn't.
You know, this is very weird. Somebody completely unrelated. I think I follow them from YouTube. So totally unrelated to anything that's happening here. Was somewhere and they saw these and were like, they posted a video on Twitter and were totally flipping out. It's very weird that this was literally like late last week that I first learned of these myself.
So yeah, basically you get one of these or build one of these in order to ride the rails of the rails that are no longer used by actual trains. And I guess you just it's like when you fly without guidance. Like you just plan your route and you know, CB each other to make sure that you're not going smashy. And here you go. Here's what it looks like. Got two
It's like
seats.
ultralight airplanes, but for trains.
But for trains. You got an engine that kind of looks like a boxer kind of engine. That's the only. I don't.
It looks like I don't know, like an off-the-shelf weird diesel thing. Or, I don't know.
Something like that.
It's got. He said something like it's not like an electric motor and generator.
No, it's gas. Like you can see a carburetor there, and there's like an alternator and everything, air cleaner. So.
Well, I meant like it doesn't.
But I do
drive
think
a
it.
generator.
I
that
think
then
it
has
drives
electric
a
motors.
generator or a hydraulic pump.
Okay.
I'm not sure of which.
Well, the levers made it look like possibly hydraulic.
Yeah, here's all your controls and cup holders for your, you know, cruising.
For you and a
trip.
friend.
Yeah, you and a friend that you like only enough to be that close. Here is the front of the interior, which is bizarre because you sit at the back, like you sit behind. There's red flags inside of it, I suppose, for like spotting
I'm
each
seeing
other on the
lots of
rails.
red flags here.
Well, yeah, but like I'm thinking like if you have to like come up to a switch, you literally get out and like flag down. you're switching or whatever. It's, the whole concept to me is insane, and I hope that there's somebody out there in the dozens of people that watch the show that know something about this whole deal, because I'd love to know more and only a little bit more and then never hear about it again. Because it's weird.
Yeah, like there's apparently like the way he was saying excursions.
Mm-hmm.
It's like there's like a language. It's like,
Right.
oh yes, an excursion in my tiny little train. I mean, like, how do they? I'm assuming. Yeah, I don't know. How do they get it to the track? Where's they got like a forklift or?
Right. I don't know.
I'm just flabbergasted. I'm like,
I'd have a go in it though. Like I'm not
it's like,
saying I wouldn't.
On one hand, I'm like, why are people like this? And on the other hand, I'm like, why are not more people not like this? And it's a very strong internal conflict I'm having.
The wheels are bizarre too, because I think these are the kind of wheels that you see on like those CSX trucks that
Yeah.
they like put down the wheels because they're like a hub pattern. Wild. Two-cylinder flat opposed with a chain drive. That is what it looks like. Yes, for sure. That is what it looks like. If it's gearboxed to the chain drive, I'm not quite sure, but it seems like it's something like that. There's a big grounding
Yeah, that
strap
looks like
on
a hydraulic pump or
Yeah.
something, or generator or something.
generator, maybe, because there's a big grounding strap I see coming off of it, but I don't know, but it's real interesting. So
I see. There's a Wikipedia for railroad speeder if you want to know all about these. And
Oh, okay.
apparently, like they were originally used by track inspectors and work crews to like move to and from work sites on the railroad.
mm-hmm.
But not so much anymore. So I guess
Enthusiasts.
enthusiasts, yes, have taken these in their designs, and now that's their hobby.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you can see the chain in the picture. I'm just saying I don't think that's a direct connection. I don't think it's an interface of like engine chain. I think that's a engine generator or engine pump, and then that pump drives the chain. So there you go. Get on board.
Mask your band.
Kurt.
Well, I don't remember what I had. It's off the rails, though, I can guarantee you that. Ah, yes. It's these bumpers making a return for the closing of the show.
Look at that.
CK's favorite. What we have here is a 1965 Volkswagen buggy for $4,100-ish. A Dune buggy, Myers, Manx. It would start up every time, went on vacation, and let it sit for longer than usual. Turns over, but I think the carb just needs to be cleaned. So it's a Ram Parked. It has a title and is street legal and has collector plates. Yada, 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 etc., etc. There's one feature on this god-awful thing that I appreciate most, and I'm sure Cone has already seen it, and probably ZK as well.
Is it the actually stolen from a Subaru Brat back seats?
And front seats.
Oh, and
4
front seats.
Everybody gets to enjoy the experience.
There are trailers that tilt with rails for modern equipment to get moved. Sorry.
You did say that.
Hey, wait, that's Canadian dollars. That's like $250.
That wasn't worth it. Rejected.
Yeah, 2 brats died for this. Wait a minute, there's another one in the background.
Oh, that is the way with
Yeah.
the Volkswagen. There must be more than
Why
one.
the Lincoln grill?
Is it Lincoln?
And a-
No, it's a Rolls. Or no, it is Lincoln.
That's a Lincoln
Or-
badge.
Yeah, it's a Lincoln badge or ornament.
Hold on.
But
I
it looks
gotta
like there's a Rolls badge. It looks like the RR in there, but
make a call.
not
on my
only is it
payphone.
just the grill, it's like the body was molded to fit that grill.
Right. A lot of work went into making this look this way.
Mark 6.
Hey, it's a Sky. Possibly a red line. It's got twin tips.
It's got twin tips, everybody.
And the nice Nardi steering wheel.
There's good here. Yeah, there is good
I never
here.
realized how phallic those hand grabs look at certain angles.
Apparently, there's no hand grabs for the front drivers.
Yeah, 2 questions here. A, where do feet go? B,
True.
where did teeth go? Like,
Yeah.
one little stab of the brakes and you got a mess.
Yeah, so like the bottom of the seat is at the top of the front seat.
Right.
So, it's the seat belts. The passenger legs are the
Oh, you're
passenger
their
seat
seatbelts.
yeah. And
The
then you
harness.
hold on to the roll bar. So
There is
everyone's
actually a
safe.
little bit more space if you look at it from here, but still not gonna be great.
I mean, if the
Oh, that's a
rear
trike.
jump seats on a Subaru are known for anything, it's safety.
Right. I do like the little 4-point harnesses they've tacked onto these, though. Wow. Just when you thought there couldn't be any more fiberglass kit bug things to see,
Oh,
Here
you
we
just
are.
wait.
here we
It's,
are.
I don't understand though. It's like making molds that big is not cheap or easy. So why are there so many of them?
It was a thing. It was a thing to do. When bugs were as prolific as Kia Soul is now. Like, there was just bugs everywhere. It was like, yeah, why not cut up some bugs to make something silly?
I blame stagnant wages. Anyway, we have a 1988 Ford F-250 7.5 XLT Lariat, $16,000. However, this is the best car I ever owned. I'm crushed to be saying goodbye, but this just isn't a family car for me anymore. Car seats don't fit it so well on that back bench. blah, blah, blah. You should buy this car if you want to feel like you're driving a tank. You need a bulletproof engine. You want to own a historic, beautiful truck. You need to tow loads. You should not buy this truck if you are afraid of big trucks. You need to transport any number of small children, or you can't drive manual cars. But this is very similar to the kind of car we were looking for Cone's donor.
Right.
And it was like a recently posted, and it's an 88 460 with a manual.
It's pretty much what we were looking for. For, you know,
They
only
want
6 times the price, 8 times the price.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty
Yeah,
similar.
it's
Just not a 4-door, just a club.
Yeah, it's got the cool like grandpa spec window covers, and
Mhm.
I love this style of the F250 badge.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I
don't
don't
know,
know that these are necessarily going to be the classics that people want.
No, the later 90s ones like Sally
Yeah.
was is going to be the one that
That's
people
the
want.
one.
But these are still good.
It's okay.
It's good.
Ford.
Comes with like
F-150 through 350. Super
They're all the
Duty
same truck.
Bronco.
owner's guide, operating guide.
Can we take a moment to appreciate typefaces of the late 80s and 90s?
I feel like no one cares or just doesn't try anymore.
And the fact that I definitely read that 3 times as Ford Ferries.
Series.
Surely that's rolled over, right?
No, I think he said down in the ad, like, it only has 81,000 miles, and that while the paint might be faded, there are 0 dings or anything on the car.
Okay.
Truck. It's Lariat, top trim.
Look at all that space. And peanut oil.
Peanut oil. Is that what that was?
Mm-hmm. Wait, what's that? Never mind. Don't. I don't want to know. Keep going. There's an extra battery in the back? There is an extra battery in the back.
I'm sorry, I didn't look. Is the luggage, the battery? Anyway. Oh, wait, did I leave that in there? Sorry.
Well, that's our channel, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the last 1,016 videos that have been published here. Looks like that's going to be it. I guess, go down in the description and find the poll to vote for your favorite best find of the episode, so that you can be there for the final one. Yes, I know people that are watching live. There's no link yet. Obviously, there's no link yet because it's live. Come on, give us a break. Give us a break. No, thank you everybody for tuning in to this episode of Ranwin Parked. We'll see you next time. Probably not live, but maybe it is. Who knows? Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Is that last picture what pickup truck people do? Do I have to do that now?
Get you some good boots, is all I'm saying.